On a inequality like this, you have to find what's called the critical points of the inequality. Critical points occur when either it's x values that make the numerator 0, also x values that make the denominator 0. And I just realized I don't like how I type this, and I can't move the box over, but I won't leave it up there very long. So what you have to do is you have to find all those critical points on an inequality such as this one. And we found this in a business cal assignment, but this is also a 1414 topic as well. So we have to go and solve this in stages. First stages is we need to make the numerator, we need to find x that makes numerator 0. In order to do that, we factor the expression because it's a quadratic with a 5x. We'll find out from this process that x can be 0 or x plus 5 is 0. So x equals -5. So now we have found two of the so-called critical values. The denominator is pretty straightforward. You also can't have the denominator equal to 0 because a denominator equal to 0, well, you can't have that anyway because it's a rational expression, but it could also represent the boundary of an inequality. We'll find out from there that x equals 2. So now, after you find those critical points, we're going to resort to a number line. And we're going to do what's called a sign chart. Now, there's various ways to do a sign chart. Now, what's going to happen is this is going to represent several intervals. Now, because of this greater than only, all of the intervals are going to be open. You need to watch out for situations, however, where it's greater than or equal. So all of these intervals could be part of your final answer. But what you have to do is you have to go through each of the intervals and you have to test values in each of the intervals. And it ends up being very cluttery when I put this on one sheet of paper. I often do this on a separate. So let's pick a value like, for instance, x equals -10, which means square of -10 plus 5 times -10 equals -10 minus 2. Upon a lot of evaluation, I'm going to realize that the answer to this is going to be a negative. And that situation is not what I want here. So because of that situation, I have to exclude x less than -5 as an interval of solution. So this is not an answer. And I'm going to go ahead and just erase it. One nice thing about erasing it, I have a little more to do other work. Now, I'm going to choose another value like -4 for x. Now, in the case of -4, I get a situation that's going to be negative on top and negative on the bottom. That's going to lead to a positive. And that's going to satisfy the inequality. So this interval is an answer. And remember, if you're having trouble following this, I would just go back and watch it again. That's what's so cool about YouTube. Now, in the next set of values, I'm going to go and erase this word again, because like I said, it's just not enough room. If I pick a value like 1, that's going to be negative because I have a positive number on top and I have a negative on the bottom. So that cannot be, so 1 cannot be a solution, and this interval cannot be part of the solution either. So I'm going to get rid of that. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, it seems like this is every other. And yeah, and for that matter, we know that if you pick a value greater than 2, it's going to make the denominator positive, but it never hurts to verify. So we will verify by picking 3. That's going to be 19 over 1, which is positive. So this solution is true. So what we basically did was we divided our situation into 4 intervals that could satisfy an inequality. And then we just went ahead and tested each interval, which is probably the most sure way that you can know that your solution, that your intervals actually satisfy the inequality. Now, therefore, I need to go ahead and write the answer. And yeah, they want inequality notation. They don't want interval notation. Bummer. We had that discussion in class today. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the answer. And I have to do -5. You can use the button or you could use the inequality sign. Now, if you're doing the less than or equal, it's probably better to just go ahead and do the inequality and then x greater than 2. That's the expression in inequality form. Oh, I'm wrong. I hope I didn't screw something up. Watch. I don't know. Let me just go through this 3 times. Oh, I had to put or. I was a bad person. Make sure you put your or. Yeah, I'm not terribly good at this. Now, they also want the answer in interval notation. I can do interval notation. I'm very good at interval notation. Make sure in interval notation you use parentheses. Yep, very good. Now, even though I made mistakes on this and forgot to put the or, I'm going to go ahead and publish this in YouTube just because I can. And you'll also realize a few things about MATLAB. And I realized a few things as well, that they really do need those operands. They don't want just commas. So anyway, hope you found this entertaining. Y'all have a good day and watch for more videos on Math Addict 59.